Do you feel stuck in a rut? I wonder if there's a big black cloud hovering over your head wherever you go. Have you forgotten how to play? Smile, enjoy yourself. Look at the funny side of things. Let go of those horrible things in order to just feel better about yourself or others. I wonder if you're holding on to those things and ruminating over them so that they're constantly going over and over in your head and upsetting you, keeping you awake at night, chewing your fingernails, drinking, smoking, eating a lot, because we all need to eat. I wonder what it is that's going on for you. I am Claudia Rickard, and I am an emotional intelligence development specialist, and I'm a hypnotist. And I love what I get to do. I help people with all of those things. Usually it's because of something else that they feel trapped inside their body. They have negative thoughts and feelings going through their heads. They hold it trapped inside them and they just can't see their way out. I love getting what I get to do, and I use a lot of play in my work. Now, sometimes people come to see me and they are perfectionists. And that is often from when they were younger, and it was instilled into them that they had to do things correctly. They had to do it properly, or if not, don't do it at all. And they were reprimanded. They were told off, made to feel less than if they didn't do their very best. Now, that is all we can do, our very best. However, for some people, that's not good enough. And therefore that feeling of, well, if I can't do it very well, then what's the point of doing it at all? And that can lead to procrastination. Now, I see a lot of people like that. And I, on purpose, will actually make mistakes while I'm in session. And they will never know if I'm doing it on purpose or not. However, I will always say, what did that feel like? What was that like when I did that? And I go, it didn't matter. And I go, I know. I also do really some bizarre things, and I don't mind because they never know what to expect from me. There is a lot of laughter in my sessions with people, and maybe not first of all. However, soon enough, they get the gist of what I'm about and they just start laughing. So sometimes in order to do some eye movements on somebody, I will say, move my chair, and I will move it like this. And they're like going, what is she doing? And I go, I know I look a little bit crazy. I don't care. And I go, because, and I explain why, because life doesn't need to be so heavy and we can all have a little bit of fun. I say, because when I do this, I say it makes me feel like a child, and it makes me all funny and giddy inside. I actually use an awful lot of toys inside my work. And as you all may know me by now, I was the person who pioneered the bunny talk process. It actually came about through play, which was with our fingers. Shadow puppets. My daughter and I, we played Mummy Bunny and Baby Bunny for years when she was a little girl. I had no idea that all that time ago, with our fingers like that, we were actually anchoring in, pressing in the power of love, safety, and security, unconditional love, which meant that later on when she was a teenager, she was able to share with me something traumatic that had happened to her. Now, yes, I am not magic, and I cannot take away people's lives, what happened to them, but I can help them feel indifferent towards it. So that instead of that thing, this is a kaleidoscope, and I'm sure we all remember a kaleidoscope. I got this from a friend of mine to use this. I love it. It's a great metaphor. Instead of it can change that belief system that you might have running through your head, that you are unlovable, that you're not worthy, that you have to be perfect, you have to be this, you have to do that. Who says? Who says? And actually, you can change things out, and you can do that naturally, easily, and effortlessly in your own mind with hypnosis. So that instead of being all strung out all the time, you can actually go to that better place of balancing, which is so much nicer to be in. That sort of like looks so much calmer, doesn't it? As opposed to that all strung out. And so many of my clients are like that. And some of them choose to be in it. They want to be in it. It's their story. It is. It really can be some people's story. And it's because there's a lot of poo inside. Yeah, that was a long one. There's a lot of poo inside their heads. And it's stuck there. And it's my job to help people release that so that they can move on. How do I do that? I use various methods. And the one that I actually use a lot for people who have this feeling from since they were a little child, I use the bunny talk process. Lots of play involved. And yeah, it helps people get back to playing. And we instill good stuff. People can be powerful and strong, and they do know it because they were born with that inside, and I help get them back to that place. I use hypnosis as well. I use many different methods to help people so that they can get themselves, move that out of their brains and bring in, if you like, if that was to resemble ice cream, that in their brains. Because actually, when I have helped people get rid of all of those horrible feelings, they really then do start to remember more of the good stuff. And they go, oh, actually, because of that, then that happened. And I don't know if you've ever watched the film Inside Out. That is exactly what happens. There was that bit where sad needed to happen in order for something else good to happen. And it's sad, but we always seem to remember that bit more than that. And I do help people feel indifferent towards those bits so that they can feel more of that bit. And then they start running that through their mind. As I say, they create a new belief system. And yeah, they just feel so much better. And it's true, because I do this day in, day out with people, and I love it. And I am now training it in the Bunny Talk process. I believe that people all want to know more about what is going on inside their brains, and they're hearing it, snippets here and there. So I draw these diagrams that I've learned along my way. Many I've got from Beryl Comer. She's my mentor. And that is what people get to learn in the Bunny Talk process. I share those with every single one of my clients, every single one, no matter what I'm seeing them for. And then they get it, and they get those aha moments, and change happens so much more quickly for them because they know what they're doing. When people know the what and the why, then it's so much easier, because otherwise they're still baffled, they're still curious. And I believe that is so important with the next phase of everybody doing hypnosis and now learning and bringing in that emotional intelligence side of it. It's my version of it, and it's easy for people to understand. That's why I'm training it. I made it so that people could understand it, and I'm training it. And I know it's working because I've got trainers who are now saying, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And people are getting it. And yes, it is now going worldwide. I'm super excited for it. And as I say, play, it is so important to have fun, to have play, to tap into that inner child to help create change. And that is also why I am doing stage hypnosis, because in my opinion, laughter is the best medicine. And in fact, it's been scientifically proven. So I don't really need to do that bit, because it's always somebody's already done that for me. And it's true. Your face smiling makes you feel better. It's just true. It activates the vagus nerve, which activates the parasympathetic nervous system, so we feel so much better. And when we are laughing, when we are smiling, we can sleep better, we function better, everything inside us feels better, and abundance comes, because of course it would do, because we're not focusing on the negative. We're focusing on good, and then good things come. As I say, I love what I get to do so that other people can be all they can be too. Free your fears and fulfill your future with Claudia Rickard, the English hypnotist. Bye. Have a good day, everybody, and thank you for watching. Take care. Bye. I can't find my cursor.